People are flocking to cemeteries in Halifax, Nova Scotia, the final resting place for some 150 Titanic victims. They're also boarding cruise ships here to take them 400 miles into the North Atlantic, where Titanic lies on the ocean floor.
As it gets closer to the 14th and 15th, it's a little more somber.
April 14, 1912 at 11:20 p.m. is when Titanic struck an iceberg and sank 2.5 hours later, the early morning of the 15th. 1,500 passengers and crew were killed, most from Southampton, England, where Titanic set sail.
That's his obituary in the newspaper.
Barbara Cohen's great-uncle was on board.
I just found the whole experience very moving and very touching.
There's a cruise ship from here headed to the Titanic as well this weekend, arriving over the sunken ruins Saturday night, precisely 100 years later.
We saw the ship go down and heard the cries, groans, and shouts. It was terrible. I shall never forget it.
But in New Bern, North Carolina, Faye Bleckner chooses to remember reading a letter her grandmother wrote after surviving the disaster. Faye's father, just 9 years old, was also on board with her.
Daddy didn't remember too much except the cold that he felt when they were in the lifeboat, and also seeing the lights of the ship sink into the water.
Stories like that have been repeated often in the 100 years since the unthinkable happened to what was thought to be the unsinkable Titanic.